Good afternoon. I'm Chief Annie Smith. Today we're here in reference to a police-involved shooting that occurred behind me at 6429 San Juan Avenue behind the Mr. Dragon restaurant. Earlier this afternoon around 3 o'clock, SWAT officers were set up at the request of our homicide and robbery detectives to do surveillance on an apartment complex in reference to the CVS robbery that occurred yesterday that you're all familiar with. During the time that they were conducting surveillance, a warrant was obtained for a person's arrest. The SWAT members that were doing the surveillance observed this suspect getting inside that gold car that you see behind me that's crashed into the Tahoe. They were following the suspect, and at some point the suspect tried to take evasive action, crashed into one of our SWAT team undercover vehicles, jumped out of the back seat of the car and began running behind the building next to the Sunoco behind me and behind the Mr. Dragon restaurant. In pursuit of the suspect were SWAT team members. Detective M.E. Campanero was directly behind the suspect as he came around the far side of the restaurant. They ordered him to surrender. The suspect was carrying a black bag that he was clutching close to his chest and actually had his hand inside this black bag. The suspect refused to comply and entered forcibly into the business by shouldering the door. As he entered the business, the detectives were behind him, still ordering him to comply. There was a civilian inside the business at the time. The suspect turned towards the officer with his hand inside the black bag. At that point, Officer Campanero fired 2 times, striking the suspect. He's since been transported to University of Florida Hospital, Shands, where he is, it's my understanding, in surgery at this point.
Do you have a name on the suspect?
Not at this time.
Is he believed to be the